Hello, everyone. I'm Jenya Romanova, the creator of the educational platform UpDaily, and this is my YouTube channel. Make yourself comfortable. Things are interesting here. Whenever you want to change something in your life, even if it's just the simplest, smallest thing imaginable. For example, right now, there's one particular thing I really want to change in my own life. And for some reason, I just can't seem to do it, no matter how hard I try. I know I can do a lot, honestly, and I've managed to accomplish quite a bit before. And generally, if I set a goal and I want something, the world will open up and I'll get it because I want it so much. And I always need things very badly, and I always need them more than anyone else. I consider this my strength, although sometimes it can hurt. I want to change one simple thing. I want to stop being late. I'm always late. I've been late to what you could call the most important meetings. One time I missed a flight, just once really, but I did. And so we think in pictures. If I ask you all, what color is your car? If I ask you what was your favorite dress ever, tell me about the happiest moment of your life. You'll always get a picture in your mind. And knowing this, I thought, why am I always late? So, what picture do I have in my mind? Why did I develop a behavioral pattern where I can't arrive on time or can't arrive early? I discovered some truly amazing things in my mind. When I was little, I loved the concert that took place at the beginning of the year. It was called Song of the Year, and absolutely all the artists performed at this concert. And back then, there was no internet. We didn't even have a phone at home. And back in those days, in order to listen to, any song or piece of music, you needed a record, a vinyl record. It's really funny now. Even when you want to listen to a song these days, you just play it. You don't even think about, it would be great to listen to something, so I'll wait 3 months until January comes, or 7 months until January. I loved that concert. But the most interesting thing was that sometimes it could, stretch out over 2 or 3 days. And at the end, the biggest stars everyone was waiting for would perform. I thought, wow. These aren't just some people. These aren't just some stars. These are the most beloved people for a huge number of people. A huge number of people are waiting for and love one person for several days. I thought, now that's wow. That's what love is. But many different situations in my life have also shown that the person who comes last is usually the most important one. And they're the first to leave. And maybe, in my mind, the desire to be important, the desire to be valued, and the desire to be loved have all contributed to this pattern when you arrive last or when people are really waiting for you. Well, I also had another pattern. Who is it that waits? Well, usually it's those who don't seem to be the most important. So they just sit there waiting for someone to come and say something to them, and only then do they start doing something. I realized that my habit of being late isn't about time at all. It's actually about my need to receive love, attention, and a sense of worth. And then I thought, how do I stop being late? How do I start arriving on time? And if we think in images, then I need to imagine a picture that will help me want to become a person who arrives on time. At that moment, I thought of Anna Wintour. She is a legendary figure, a person who has led such a giant as Vogue for a very long time. And I think, wow, I heard that her meetings usually last about 5 minutes. I think, wow, that's so cool. To say everything, resolve everything, discuss everything in 5 minutes. And really, that's all you need. If you talk about the most important and valuable things, 5 minutes is more than enough. In fact, if you arrive on time to Anna Wintour, you're already late. And I thought, wow, right now, I'm the head of a tech startup. I'm building the educational platform UpDaily. And I really value everyone who works with me now, because I spent a long time searching for each of these people. And I respect each of their time. I noticed that once again I was running late for an UpDaily meeting. and I realized that this can't go on. I don't want to be the kind of person who's out of sync with their own time anymore. Because those people who are able, just imagine, who are able to say something and do it, and even more, to say and do it exactly when they said they would, for me, that's just the pinnacle. There are very few people in this world who can do that. So I thought, well, then I'll get inspired by this concept and stop being late. And what do you think happened? So far, nothing has worked out. I actually started arriving even later. Today, I was more than 20 minutes late. I thought for a long time, why is this so? Why does this keep happening? After all, our thoughts, our behavioral patterns. If I keep thinking the same way about the same thing for a long time, I develop a certain paradigm, a habit of thinking and a habit of acting. And if I'm used to thinking and acting in a certain way, even my body has memorized it. And today, as I was lying on the massage table, I could feel my body. Honestly, I had the sensation that I was being broken. You know, it's like you have this shell that you're used to living in, a physical shell, and you don't feel your body, you don't feel pain, you don't feel anything. You've just gotten used to living like that. And at the moment when my shell was broken, tears just streamed down my face to the floor. Because I realized some very, very important things for myself. When my life was divided into before and after, when there was something extremely important to me in my childhood, and it all ended in a single day. My whole life, my entire world that I loved, that was mine, collapsed in an instant. I experienced that loss so dramatically and painfully that now, even letting go of something as seemingly unnecessary for life as the habit of being late is very difficult for me. So here's the thing. The habit of thinking and the habit of acting are built on how I see it on the picture. I imagine behind it. If we want to change something in our lives, we need to change the images, thoughts, behavior patterns, and our body. So I continue to practice arriving on time. I'll tell you how it goes for me in the next episode.